Hey guys, what's going on? Tyrauku here. I hope you're all doing great. So today I was looking around on the internet, looking around on Reddit, and I'd seen a post that was getting a lot of traction, and it was basically saying that Kael is not the best 6 star over Ninja. Okay. And I was saying a lot of people on Reddit, a lot of people in general were saying that Kael is a better 6 star than Ninja. And this Reddit poster said that Ninja was the best option by far. And there was really no argument to even be had. And in the comment section, that begged to differ. There was definitely some arguments meant to be had. But I figure since I've been doing some champ versus champ videos, what better thing to do than to compare a unbooked ninja for a beginner type champion, beginner type build versus a fully booked Kael. I don't know how you say his name. The video said Kael, but I'm gonna stick with Kael because yeah, I think Raid may have been wrong. But either way, just kidding, they're probably right. But we're gonna go with Kael, okay? The veggie boy. So like I said, they're both exact same masteries. I went ahead and did the all the recording, and I've clipped up the videos you'll see in just a second. But let me know if you guys like it like this or my old champ versus champ style video. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this up and we'll go over exactly what happens. So I'll go ahead and play this. But I have exactly the same gear on, okay? Now I don't have any bottom row pieces. You can go ahead and look at the stats. I'm just gonna talk over this stuff as it plays in the background. But I don't have any accessories on the bottom because I want it to be as consistent and as similar as possible. Their mastery setups are exactly the same. Everything about these champions are exactly the same or is exactly the same. Let me go ahead and make sure, get rid of that bottom thing there. But you'll see here, Ninja does have more attack than Kael. He has more accuracy as well. Kael has 199 accuracy. Ninja is looking a little bit better there, but the exact same gear. I went ahead and skipped straight to the campaign here. We're going to start off by seeing how fast they do the campaign farming. Now, the graphics may look a little bit weird because I did have to render this, which took so long exporting this video. But I wanted to go ahead and get this pretty quick, pretty concise. So I went ahead and did Arena, Campaign, and Dragon. And Dragon is at the end of this video. And I have both of them clipped side by side. And let me know if you guys like this or not, okay? Also, don't forget to drop a sub to this channel. Very much appreciated. If you want to enter the account giveaway, go back a few videos ago. And I do have an account giveaway going on there. Sorry, I just missed that run, how fast it took. I'm not going to do this very much, but that run just took... we're looking at 25 seconds for the first run. I do 3 campaign runs just to kind of get a feel for it, because sometimes you can have campaign run that's like 10 seconds and sometimes you can have one that's much longer. Since both of these champions are running Cycle of Violence, there are going to be some differences. Like some runs are going to be super quick, some runs are going to be super slow. It just depends on what procs from the Cycle of Violence. Like here's a 16-second run from Ninja, okay? We do one more, so we have a 25-second one, a 16-second one, and then the last one, let's go ahead and see what this one's going to be. But like I said, Campaign, Arena, and Dragon. The reason why I did those 3 areas is because the big argument between taking Ninja versus Kael to 6-star was mostly for the campaign farming, saying that Kael is a very good campaign farmer, and that you really need a campaign farmer. Now, keep in mind, both of these champions had the exact same gear. And if you want to see what their stats were, pause it, go back to where their stats were, but they're pretty low, okay? 200 speed, like 140 crit damage, 200 accuracy, not much HP, definitely pretty low stats. So it's not pushing the boundaries of like, hey, this is top tier max gear. And you'll notice that Ninja has much better base stats than Kael, which is the reason why his attack was a decent amount higher than Kael's, okay? So Kael did this one in 21 seconds. So that was pretty close to Ninja's times, pretty similar. Now, I believe one of these is definitely an outlier. It's like gets much faster. So this one, like right here, it's like super quick, right? I mean, it's going to be like 15 seconds or something. So it's much quicker than Ninja's run. But you'll notice that in general and overall, they're pretty similar as far as campaign farming time goes, right? And remember, Ninja's not booked. So if you do decide to book him, he's going to have the benefit there because he's A3 ability, which is the AoE. He's going to have a lower cooldown. He's going to cycle through stuff a little bit faster. So I think he's going to be a more possibly quicker farmer, but I mean, 11 seconds from Kael, definitely not bad whatsoever. Now we're jumping into the arena side of things. And like I said, let me know if you guys like this faster paced style. Hopefully get the information out there pretty quick. I do slow it down before Ninja goes to hit. You'll notice that when Ninja hits, I also use his A2 here as well. So about 22,000 damage on each person. And then it's like glitched up here for some reason. I don't know what the deal was, but nobody took a turn. Everybody was just frozen. The game froze on me basically here. We'll go ahead and boost up a little bit. I don't use Kael's A3, which is his poison. I don't use that on any of these battles. This is the only one I use, Ninja's A2. The reason why I didn't try to extend it is because in reality, in Arena, you really just want to nuke once and be done, okay? Now, I don't have these champions built the best nuking gear, so that would definitely differentiate this, but you'll see from the results, it may not even matter, okay? They may scale up pretty similarly, okay? We'll see that in just a second. We use his A3 once again, and I didn't test Clan Boss. I definitely think Ninja is going to last much longer as far as being valuable in the Clan Boss. Very early game, so easy, normal, hard Clan Boss. It's not really going to matter because you're going to do amazing with either one of these champions. Once you get the War Master Tier 6 Mastery, throw lifesteal gear on them, it's not going to be a problem. So now we're seeing Kael, A2, 25,000 damage, 10,000 damage on Syl, but we're doing the same damage overall, 92,000 with Kael. I think it was like 95,000 with Ninja a second ago. But you'll see here we do no damage, another round with Kael, and their damage is very, very close as far as the arena goes, using their AoE nuke ability. And like I said, they're not built in Savage with high crit damage, which is how I would build them if I wanted to use them as a nuke champion. Technically here, Kael did a little bit more damage than Ninja did, but I definitely wouldn't use that as a hard guideline, right? I wouldn't say, okay, that means Kael's a better nuker. Ninja has the benefit of the crowd control, which now we're jumping into the dragon. This is a part I was talking about where I have them side by side. I started both these recordings exactly when Sify buffed, so we'll go ahead and play this and see how they progress through dragon. I was unsure how this would look doing it like this, but these runs are a little bit longer, okay? I think both these runs are about 3 to 4 minutes, so I didn't want to put a extra almost 8 minutes total into this video just of dragon runs. So I ran them exactly side by side, and we'll see how the progression goes on these two champions, okay? So with Kael, you get the benefit of the poisons, right? So poisons for Clan Boss and all that stuff, but he has no crowd control. So the teams we're running with, I didn't build a full team. I wanted to build a full like free-to-play type team with like Syl of the Drakes, but I realized, okay, if I put Syl in there, then it's kind of reducing the value of Ninja, because Ninja, a big part of his kit is his crowd control, right? Bringing the freeze. If I bring Syl, then that helps out Kael and it gives an unfair advantage. So I just wanted to bring a champion who does decreased defense, decreased attack, just to kind of keep everything pretty similar, which is Duke, and then Sify just to keep people alive, okay? The increased defense, I want to keep things as consistent, as fair across the board as possible, and I think this was the best way to do it, okay? You'll see on the Ninja, the left side of the screen, he's already cleared that first wave, so you can see that his damage is pretty impactful, right? Like he's doing quite a bit of damage, moving through those waves without too much of an issue. Kael is slowly starting to work down that very last little dude there on the side, finally gets him down. Their speeds are basically exactly the same. I think Kael may actually have a little bit more speed because his base speed is slightly higher than Ninja. So he's going to have a little bit more overall. I think Ninja was like 196 and Kael was like 200, which they do have Whirlwind of Death. So whenever they kill somebody, they are gaining speed from doing that. But here on the left side, you can kind of see Ninja's HP compared to Kael's is doing really good, right? Like Ninja's pretty high. Kael is getting pretty low. I don't know if he dies throughout this run because I actually didn't watch it. I let it go on auto. It runs through. Now, if we do a few runs, maybe Kael gets lucky sometime and does it a little bit faster. But the difference between these times, I think is going to be so big, it's not going to leave a whole lot of room for debate, okay? So unless Ninja just had like the perfect RNG and Kael had just like terrible RNG, I think it's going to be a pretty good example of who's the fastest for this area, okay? Now, Kael's getting pretty low with his HP. Neither one of these champions are in lifesteal or anything like that. But you can see on the left side, Ninja obviously has the benefit of those freezes on those waves are massive, okay? And you also see the dragon's HP on Ninja's side start to get chunked down super quickly from those HP burns being placed. I mean, you can't see the debuff bar, unfortunately, but you can see those big chunks being taken out. That's when Ninja places the HP burn and then starts activating it as well. So he gets huge chunks taken out. Now, Kael is going to do something similar, kind of. He's going to place the poisons. Once he gets those applied, it's going to start chunking the dragon's HP down. But as we can see, Ninja's just going to do it pretty fast, right? Like he's definitely working this dragon down much quicker than Kael, gets through the waves much quicker. And obviously, if you have a full team built around these, like if you bring another AoE damage dealer, if you brought Weaken, it's going to get you through the waves much quicker. But you can see even on the dragon, where I actually thought Kael was going to do really well with all of his poisons, Ninja's still outspeeding him, right? So Ninja goes ahead and clears up this dungeon in a total of, I pan over there. This is some top tier editing, right? Like, look at that editing. That pan. No, that's terrible. Okay. But hey, we get the point across. 3 minutes and 19 seconds. Oh, wait for this one. Wait for this one, guys. Watch it. Boom. That is crazy. I took it. Okay. This doesn't matter. Okay. So we have some small poisons, unfortunately, on the dragon. I mean, some poisons better than nothing, I guess. Decreased attack is doing very good. The decreased defense didn't get applied. Maybe that makes a little bit of a difference in the dragon time being killed. But either way, we had a 3 minute and 19 second, I believe, for Ninja. And then we're approaching the 4 minute mark with Kael. I think we go closer to like 4:19. Spoiler alert. I think it's closer to like 4:19 total for Kael. But overall, I mean, just from the examples we've shown so far, I think it's going to be hard. And I've been on Kael's side, to be honest. Like, I like Kael. I think he's a great starter, but I'm going to have to go on the side of Ninja, even in an unbooked Ninja. Does chapter 12, stage 3, 4 minutes and 12 seconds, okay? They both do the exact same damage, 3.1 million for Kael. And then if you go back here to Ninja, 3.1 million. Okay, so basically the exact same amount of damage. So there was no like big difference between Sify and Duke, their overall damage being done. So very similar damage between the two champions. But overall, guys, I think I'm just gonna have to recommend Ninja for a new starter, for a new account. I think Ninja is gonna be the better champion. Okay, we've seen in the campaign the farming time difference isn't that significant. Kael was doing it faster because he does get that cooldown on his A3 ability. He does get the turn meter boost whenever he kills somebody, I believe, from that A3 ability. But so let's go ahead and see what exactly that is. Or not A3. A2 is what I mean. Also, he does have that built-in 15% chance to land a crit. So if you're going to build Kael to be your nuker, you could factor this into the equation and have 15% less critical rate. But that would allow you to get more crit damage. You wouldn't crit on these other abilities all the time, so keep that in mind. So you may have the possibility of getting a little bit more overall damage out of Kael for like his A2 nuke. But overall, I think Ninja is just going to be the best option, okay? And he does get this filled turn meter by 25% for each enemy killed. So this will allow Kael to farm the campaign a little bit quicker. But I mean, you're looking at a like 30 seconds farm for Ninja and a maybe like 15-second farm for Kael, okay? Now, Ninja's going to get it super fast sometimes. He's going to get it much faster. And then sometimes Kael's going to get much faster. I think overall, Kael can do it on average faster than Ninja, at least in their current builds. But I don't think that's a big enough reason to take Kael to 6-star when Ninja showed that he can do amazing in Dragon, does very good crowd control in the waves, very good speed moving through the Dragon waves, getting to the Dragon, killing the Dragon, and pretty comparable in the arena. However, Ninja does have the benefit of freezing the enemy in the arena, or at least having the chance of freezing the enemy if you run him with pretty high accuracy. Unfortunately, Kael doesn't have any crowd control. So if you're not one-shotting the enemies, then you gotta hopefully survive the next turn. Now, ideally in the arena, you want to one-shot people, right? But I think in majority of situations, Ninja is just gonna beat Kael. And honestly, that goes with all the other starters. I think Ninja is just gonna outweigh him. So my recommendation, and you guys can let me know down below if you notice something that I missed maybe throughout this comparison. But from this, I'm thinking Ninja is just the way to go, okay? So I was curious about this. So it's gonna maybe change what I recommend, but I definitely think Ninja now is the way to go if you're looking for your first 6-star champion on a brand new account. An unbooked Ninja is very comparable and better, in my opinion, than Kael, and a booked Ninja is even going to be better than that, okay? And he scales very well with the clan boss, especially if you're moving into unkillable stuff, guys. So let me know what you think about this video overall, this new style of the champ versus champ series. Let me know if you guys like it more or less. Thank you all very much for watching this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.